Okay.
Nate. Okay.
All right. Live now. Good. All right. Thank you, everyone. We're sorry about that. We had a little bit of we're trying a different piece of software on the front end of this, but thank you. And I know it's going to take a second for people to get notified and whatnot, which is why we're going to hang out here with you guys for a few minutes in the rather sweltering heat. It's not as bad as London.
It's not as sweltering. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I am drinking a delicious cocktail courtesy
there we are.
Mrs.
Okay.
Renee Wilson a few minutes ago.
Okay, now I'm going to have to figure out how to mute this tablet though.
Just jack your volume down. So yeah, I want to say this as we get started, folks. I can't tell you how touched both of us are this week, and about the very kind words about the loss of Jilly. We loved her dearly, and the only upside of this whole thing is it was very fast.
Yeah. It was unplanned.
It was
completely unplanned.
By the time we got her to the vet, she collapsed again and her heart was gone. And so we had a few minutes with her, and that was it. And you know, one of the greatest dogs I've ever had. Her grandfather, Riley, was a beloved dog. She was a field trial champion. She was an amazing hunter. She loved to steal food like a ninja. Could steal any piece of food you could. And it was so funny because 3 or 4 people who know us from Tallahassee reached out to me and were like, "Oh yeah, she used to always steal food from me."
Mm-hmm.
But
100%.
Yeah, on her way out, we made sure she had some snacks, and she had cheese and crackers, which was in a lifetime of stealing charcuterie, hell of a way to go.
Yeah.
But
she was a sweet girl.
It was not great, and we're very grateful though for everybody's very kind words.
Everybody was very, very thoughtful and sweet, and you all know, if you've ever had to lose a dog, a fur baby, you know how hard it is. Even when they're healthy, even when they're sick, like when something happens, it's hard. It's just hard.
Yeah.
Jane, everybody's asking, how's Jane doing?
Jane is lonely.
Jane's lonely. Jane, we left with Jilly and didn't come home with her. She's
been looking for her for days.
She's been looking for her. She spent most of the day on Thursday in her crate. Every time she would get up, she would go to her crate and just sleep. I mean, it was really sad.
And she spent a lot of time like staring into Jilly's crate.
Yeah, she just doesn't know what. And it was funny because later on, Jilly would actually go and sleep in Jane's crate.
Yeah.
And I would have to get her out of Jane's crate and say, "Get out of here, Jilly. Jane's got to go to bed." So it's just what?
We're still rolling.
Yeah, I know I'm talking.
Okay. I know, I'm doing things.
He's messing with things anyway, but she's not sure what's going on. She's really quiet. She's staying near us. She's not sure.
Yesterday when I was home working, she sat in my office on the floor right behind my chair the whole day. You know?
Yeah.
She didn't want to leave. She didn't want to chase around. She just wanted to hunker down.
And she's been with us, and so it's just hard.
Yeah.
So she's getting a lot of extra pets and a lot of extra love and affection, and
and you know, it for everybody that goes through this thing, and I wrote about it in the Friday brief, and I as Renee will tell you, that relatively short essay had me sitting in the kitchen bawling.
Oh, I came in to check on him. And
I was just like losing it.
Yeah.
But we all go through it, and we have that beautiful benefit of these absolutely wonderful companions, and the absolute fucking curse of it is that they live 10, 12, 15 years And she lived 14 years for a big dog is a good run.
It is.
That's a good long run for a big dog. And she had a great life. She really did. She had a great life.
And they had told us, I mean, her health was declining at the vet last year when I took her. They said she's probably got a year. She had some kidney disease. She had really bad arthritis that was getting worse. And what?
Just looking something.
And we knew, like, she was on special food and she hated
She hated
her food.
And by the way, once again, this dog would eat wet newspaper.
Anything.
This dog would eat sawdust. This dog would eat leaves. She loved food. She would not eat this goddamn food.
She wouldn't, but Jane loves the food. And if any of y'all have kidney, it's the KD food. And the kidney food, and most everybody, we've tried the lamb, we've tried the chicken. She hated both.
Guys, I would put like duck fat in it to make her try to eat it.
We would spray it with duck fat. We would do
beef broth.
I would hide little pieces of cheese underneath, so she would have to like go at it. It's bad. And she was on some medication at the end to try and help her with the arthritis and the pain and things. And she, her back legs would go out from time to time. So it was hard. Some days were harder than others.
But you know, she had gone out for her normal morning race around the yard, and I found her in the garage, and that was that. So, but it's been really touching. And you know, everybody who has dogs goes through this moment. And a friend of mine reached out from Paris, Claire Berlinski. Thank you for reaching out today. That meant a lot. And you know, and Blake, who I saw today, thank you for your kind words. This just was a really, it's a universal thing with humans and their dogs, and man, does not get easier.
No,
does not get easier.
She was a German short hair pointer. She was a GSP. Jane's a GSP also.
Riley was a GSP.
Riley was a GSP. Riley was black and white. So Riley was
Jilly's grandfather.
And Riley was the size of like a small Marmaduke dog.
He was big.
He was so
there's
big.
Janie in the background.
Oh, there's Janie.
Janie, you can sit there.
Sit, girl.
She's gonna settle. She's gonna settle. German short hair pointer, LPQ4. Okay. Don't look at her. Don't look at her. You can look in the camera. If you look at her, it's like Schrodinger's dog.
She tries to sit down.
She's very furtive, and she spins around a lot.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we've had horses, and man, that was when my daughter's horse had to go. Reagan, when her horse Reagan had to go, big Irish sport horse, great horse. Whew. Yeah, hard. But you know, you live with these dogs, and they're around you all the time. And for a long time, before Renee and I were together, before Renee moved in, certainly, you know, she was my main companion around this house. She followed me around all the time, and they were my friends.
She got a new collar yesterday.
Yeah.
We treated her with a new collar.
Yeah.
And she's sweet. She's getting a little bit of white on her face now. And she's, you know, she spins. When it was funny because when Rick found her, he was hollering and I came running, and we really just thought Jane had like swept the legs in the back, because sometimes Jane sweeps the legs.
Sometimes Jane just tackles people.
Like because of the twirling, we thought she just took Jilly's back legs out, and that was not the case, unfortunately. But yeah, Jane twirls. Everybody loves Jane. She's the sweetest dog. She's got the best disposition. She loves everybody. Her and Elton are very close.
Yeah. Elton likes to kind of sleep on her sometimes.
Yeah.
It's
like Homeward Bound. The two of them like pal around together, and they're very sweet. So
Jane is 10 now? 10.
I think about 10.
She's 10. Maybe? 9 or 10. Nope, she's 10. 2016.
So She's
with that situation.
she's
She's all right.
she's all right. We're gonna get her through it.
Yeah.
But
And look, folks, we're also, you got to press on, and all the other animals are gonna.
They were not sisters. They're in the same bloodline, right?
Yes, not close bloodline, but cousins.
Cousins.
Oh yes. Would you like to describe the cocktail we're having today?
So I was trying to. The cocktail did not come together. I was going to do the pool liner one because that was funny. Made me laugh. So I just took. I was feeling that Buffett. It's hot. The pool's looking good. The pool's coming to temp.
Yeah, it is.
And I was really kind of wanting something like boat drink, like fruity and happy.
It is a boat drink.
And it is a boat drink. It's coconut cream out of a can. I threw that in the Ninja blender
JB.
with some pineapple juice and some rum and a little bit of simple syrup. And it's good because it's not like I wanted it to be a little sweeter, but
you're sweet.
It's in some ice and blended it up, and it's frothy and it's delicious and it's kind of refreshing on such a hot day.
It really is. Really is. Yeah. So we're muddling through, as they say.
Yes.
There
is a lot that happened.
Other than our little momentary surprise.
On top of everything.
This week was
busy. Thank you for everyone who emailed or responded to my threads. And
it's so humid.
It's always humid here.
It's humid as Steve Bannon's ass crack.
Really? Do we need to go there? That is so gross. Thank you for that gross visual. Anyway, on a better note. Thank you for everybody who sent in all of the topic ideas and comments.
Yeah, we're starting to make that work.
The email address is popping. Thank you for everyone who sent in.
There's the email address. A banner.
It's a lot.
But
thanks for everything. So we have a couple of things that people suggested, which yes, I do read every single email. And thank you all for sharing your life with us and stories with us. It's hard sometimes to tell people your story, but we appreciate you opening up yourself to us and your stories. We all have lots of stories. And thank you for entrusting us with your stories, because that means a lot. So we keep the ideas and thoughts and everything coming. We have a long list. I made them. It's a long list, people. We have a lot to talk about. So let's start out with the booths for the 250th celebration in DC.
God, it was so painful.
So I took a visual tour through Instagram and through Threads for people posting the videos. Can you put the comment back there so we can see?
Oh, yes, of course.
You're not I don't know what you're doing, but you're messing around.
Trying to make the world work.
No. Anyway, so the booths, there's supposed to be a booth from every one of the 50 states. I don't know how these booths what the inception was of the booth or how the booths were pulled together. But all I can say is no. The answer was no. The answer was terrible. The answer was, this is not a love letter to corporate America.
Right.
which those booths were.
There were motorcycles with for sale signs on them. Somebody was selling motorcycles on the mall. What the F?
I don't understand why they decided to make the North Carolina flag a Confederate flag and post that, and I thought that was acceptable. They could have done a lot of cool things. Arizona's was, I guess, the most thoughtful but strange. They did a virtual reality tour if you like scan the QR code of like the forest there. I don't understand
Durban.
what that was supposed to be for. But they could have just done a lovely kind of display of the best things about each state, or even just like the state capital, the state bird, the state tree,
The scrub jay.
like the favorite food or something specific or amazing for that state. That's not what they chose to do. That's why nobody's probably there. And
someone at the fair was arrested for public masturbation, which seems very on brand for MAGA.
I would have thought they would have just paid people to do that up there.
Well,
anyway, sorry, that was.
Do we know about? Has there been a grinder outing?
Stop.
I do remember Operation Sale in 1976, and that was magnificent. I wish I had been there, but I remember seeing video or film of it at the time.
The other thing I'll say about the booths, they have DC with so much fencing up that you can't get to point B from point A. Like you can't walk across the street. Like you have to go miles around fencing to get from one place to another. It's terrible. It's just very sad. And there's not going to be that many people, so I don't know why they chose to do this, but this is Operation Embarrassment. Yes, I completely agree. I'm just sad. I'm just sad because they could have done something amazing. Had normal people been in charge, thoughtful people been in charge, but yet no. So here we are. What else? I want to know also, thank you, if Mitch McConnell's alive.
Yes.
I need proof of life. I need his face.
I can tell you, I know for a fact he is presently alive.
I don't know. I
don't
believe
as
it.
well as of Thursday. I know for a fact.
That's Thursday. 2 days have gone by since Thursday.
True.
We need to see some Weekend at Bernie's nonsense. They need to wheel him out. Okay.
The Gators are out.
I tried to video the Gators this morning for you guys.
They're yelling at each other.
They were
breeding,
honking, and there was 2 of them because the honks were different. And I tried to get it, but then they stopped. So,
but they've been. It's the warmer it is, the better they like it. So they have been.
Yeah.
Chatting.
And they typically sun a lot more. Like they'll lay out in the sun. So I was looking because they were up really close.
Yes, we've spotted 3 gators this year. They are mofo, mini mofo, and micro mofo.
Yeah, there's 3. So, but they should be going pretty fast. What else? Gardening. I posted pictures of our little gardens today.
Yeah.
They are growing very well. Rick has the best green thumb. And the little watering system that he put together this year is it just dribbles and mists on some water, and it's lovely and it's helping. So we are planting things. Oh, somebody asked me what the plant, I think it was Dan Gilbert, the flowers, they're all closed up now, but the pink and yellow one.
I'll remember the name in a second. It'll come back to me in 1 second. I'm looking for you. Just a second. Just a damn minute.
I can't stand it. Anyway, but so we're planting things. Things are going well. There's we have eggplant, tomatoes. What else? Oh, I planted the porch. Oh, he's going through my threads to try and find pictures.
I'm going to show you a picture. Here we go.
I don't like this.
You know,
stop doing this.
See, here's the thing. As you guys will learn, I'm a fiddler, and I want things to be perfect. And the lucky thing about being with Renee is she's already mostly perfect in any conceivable human axis. So I'm always trying to make things better.
He's working it now because, yeah. Anyway, so no, the dogs don't bark at the alligators. Yes, we have citrus trees.
Oh, look, see.
We have a
Tangelo out in the yard that produces ridiculously good.
It's out of control. We have a lemon, a Meyer lemon.
We have a Meyer lemon. We have a red orange, a blood orange, and we have a lime.
Yes, a lemon, a lime, and an orange.
Yeah. So there you go.
And they're in pots. We got to plant those. Now that the wall is done, we have to bring in a bunch of rock and I don't know.
Yeah, there's a bit more to go.
There's always.
Our guy came out this week to pressure wash. Our deck was both slimy and basically grayish black, and our little, actually we don't have a little, we have a decent pressure washer, and it would have taken me a month to do it. This guy that does some stuff for us is an absolute champion.
He's amazing. If you live in Tallahassee and you need somebody to pressure wash, he did the driveway last year and it's still white. It's crazy. And I brought him back and he's an angel. He's a hard worker. He shows up early, which nobody in Tallahassee does that.
Nobody.
He's reasonable. He's wonderful. Does such a fantastic job, but he pressure washed the pool deck. He did the soffits of the house, which they look like they've been painted crisp white. They make me so happy.
Everything in Florida is always trying to either kill you or
mold
or cover you in mold and mildew.
Mm-hmm. So he did those, and then he also did a piece of the deck that was like green black. It was horrible. And then he finished and it looked like it was brand new wood. And so on Wednesday night and Thursday, I stained the deck.
Yep.
And the two doors. I don't think I posted those pictures, but I should.
Yeah, you did. I posted them in the brief.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh. So I stained the deck and they look amazing. But if you guys need a person in Tallahassee, hit me up. I will contact you. Amazing work.
Listen, we dearly love California. The climate in California
don't tease me about
ridiculous,
California.
And I love it. We have not figured out Banff yet. We got London, the Cotswolds.
We still have to finish London.
We have Cotswolds, London, and Hong Kong on the docket right now for speeches and meetings.
Yep.
Before we can do the Canada trip.
Yep. We're going to WOMAD, all you fun people. Plus we are doing a thing in London.
Yeah, we're doing a thing in London, like Lincoln in London.
Yeah.
So me and Maya are going to have an event at the Leicester Theater.
Yeah.
We're getting the details wrapped up and finalized right now, but we're excited. It's going to be a good trip.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a little bit of pro-democracy work to do when I'm over there, which we'll leave on. Yeah. We'll leave best on the table for now.
We're thinking about Larry.
Palmetto bugs.
Oh, they will attack you. They will run to you, fly to you, and come after you. They're horrible creatures.
They're repulsive.
At least the roach is kind of scurry when the lights come on.
And then
those bugs fight back.
Palmetto bugs are like, you turn that light on, motherfucker, I'm gonna fly into your face. Trump wants to be on the passport. Welcome and be good. Does he not understand that people from other countries have passports from their countries? He really doesn't understand what a passport is.
No. And I can tell you this from the passport situation. The first time I traveled, there's an interesting breeze.
Why, there is a breeze.
What's
all that about?
That smelling of the breeze, though, is what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
The neighbors. Anyway, so I was devastated that they don't stamp passports pretty much anywhere anymore. And I was the saddest ever. And then we flew through France and they stamped my passport for me. And
She was practically dancing in glee.
They thought it was so funny.
And here's the great part of it.
Nobody stamps.
I had her engagement ring in my bag. And they were in a pretty like decent security posture that week. And I was like,
we were the only people in the airport at
that moment. We were in that security clearing.
We missed lane. Like the connection.
I was like dreading that she was either going to see it in the X-ray machine, or they were going to say something about it. But we did not. Yes. You were lucky to get an Italian passport.
Oh, an Italian passport.
I can say I have quite a crush on Georgia Maloney lately. I don't really love blondes, but I'll make an exception.
She is my girl, and the fact that she did it in a tan suit, let's just chef's kiss. But I have to say a shout out also.
Can we see your engagement?
Oh, I'll have to run and get them. I was working, and so I didn't have my rings on today. I will go run and get it though. So I have to say shout out to all the strong women that are keeping it real. Because I'm tired of women being used as props. It irritates me to no end. And there's so many women who have worked so hard to get where they are. So I'm just saying, shout out to all the strong women, keeping it real, keeping it on doing what they need to do. That's all.
The quote that Renee posted this morning from a German member of the Bundestag who was fighting with an AfD. And so if you're not familiar with German politics, and
I love it. it.
AfD is MAGA, only more openly racist.
All Federation of
right, all Federation of one of the members of the SD was in a debate with him, with an AfD member, and she said,
"No, he kept getting interrupted."
Right, he kept.
Let me. She was making a speech.
You tell the story then.
She was making a speech, and this schmo kept interrupting her over and over and over again. And her comeback left everyone like
flat.
Like she just stopped deadpan and said, the human clitoris has 3,000 nerve endings. I don't know how you can be so sensitive. And it was like, and the room just fell out. But seriously, women need to also stand up for themselves, put those men in their place, and stop this nonsense.
It is quite something.
What else? Let's talk about Russia collapsing.
Do you want to get your ring while I do Russia collapsing?
Do Russia collapsing.
I'll do Russia collapsing. Right. I know. I'm putting it down now. I think Putin's dead within a month. As a Soviet studies guy back in my misspent youth, and as a guy who spent a lot of time in the Cold War doing things as the Soviet Union was collapsing and we were nudging it along, while also avoiding nuclear war. Props to George Herbert Walker Bush. The things that are happening now with Putin are undeniable losses that cannot be spun. The Russians are evacuating Crimea. There are tens of thousands of cars trying to cross the Kerch Bridge to get out of Crimea. It's going to, I miss the Cold War too sometimes, Andrew. Everything was clear. Moscow is being hit every day now. And it's not civilian targets, it's military targets, it's defense factories, it's oil facilities, it's energy facilities, and all of that has put Putin in a position where he's now living in his bunker. And I'm all in favor of when dictators reach the stuck in the bunker phase. If I were Putin, I would avoid any kind of window.
Somebody asked who is going to take his place.
So one of the guys that was the sort of number one contender to take his place fell out a window this week.
I don't know how Russia has such bad windows.
They're building
windows. Like, yes, fell out a window. Like, I don't know how these people fall out of windows.
The thing about this war, that the way it's ending, is that Ukraine has become one of the most powerful nations on earth just by standing up to one of the most powerful nations on earth. Mm. And for everything that Trump and his cronies believed about Russia is so powerful, Russia never loses, Russia is losing. And even Trump this week said, Zelensky's doing pretty well, I hear. Apparently, he has the cards. But you're watching in real time. One of the reasons Trump is so obsessed is that he thought when Putin invaded Crimea and Obama didn't do anything, it was a sign of how powerful Putin was and everybody should be afraid of Putin. Well, it turns out that when you snatch Crimea away from Putin, you undermine the central predicate of his recent reputation for strength and cunning. And look, Putin's a resilient, crafty, wily mofo.
Yeah,
he is a bad dude, and he is a long-running bad actor in a million different ways.
Yep.
However, the Ukrainians now have the ability to strike targets throughout Russia. You may have missed it this week, but they launched a successful assault on a Russian oil refining facility in Siberia. 1,900 miles. Guys, that's a long standoff weapon, okay? And so as we're watching this evolution, Ukraine is getting stronger and stronger, Russia's getting weaker and weaker, and Trump bet the farm on Putin. And so now we're going to be weaker in Europe. Ukraine is now a military superpower, yep. Ironically. And the Ukrainians are incredibly clever, smart, educated people. They love science and they love education. And one of the reasons they did this successfully was that they turned the power of their educated populace into weapons designers.
Yep.
You know, I was emailing with a guy right in the beginning of the war. He was a teacher in Kiev and a college chemistry teacher. Kiev. And he said to me, I said, "Are you okay? What's your plan?" He goes, "I'm getting my parents and my wife and my son out to Poland, but I'm staying." I'm like, "Okay, you're a chemistry teacher. What are you going to do?" He goes, "I'm going to teach my kids how to make plastic explosives. Yep. I'm going to teach my kids how to make landmines. I'm going to teach my kids how to make IEDs."
Yep.
And I thought at the time, like, he's a very mild-mannered guy. He's a very, like, easygoing guy. And the Ukrainians, the biggest mistake Russia made in this war was attacking civilian targets all over Kiev. That was a huge, huge error, because one thing air power can never do, and it didn't do it in World War II when we dropped 800,000 tons of weapons on Germany, it never broke the civilian population. It just made them harder. And so Putin's mistake was he turned the Ukrainian population and said, "I'm going to hit civilian targets over and over again." And Ukraine's answer was, "Well, we're going to get more geniuses to make drones to kill every last one of you motherfuckers." Yep. And now the Flamingo missile is raking through Moscow every night. 600 missiles hit Moscow in the last 48 hours. Putin's days are numbered. The Russian economy is about to fully collapse. No amount of oil on the black market is going to save it. And I'm here for it. And by the way, the minute Putin dies, you are going to watch MAGA fall apart online, because so much of it is amplified, boosted Russian troll bullshit over and over and over again. I'm so excited about this. when I came in, we were really afraid that the military or the KGB, so the Russians used to have a thing called the triangle, okay? And it was the party, the KGB, and the military. And the triangle always fought back and forth amongst itself. And Gorbachev was the first one who was sort of post that model. We were really afraid back then that the military or the KGB was going to take over and push Gorbachev out, all that stuff. We handled it the right way at the senior level. I was still very young in this. I'm not taking personal credit for this. But right now, Putin is, the oligarchs are pissed because he's burned through their money and made them pariahs around the world. The military's pissed because he's killed 1 million soldiers. A million. Killed or injured 1 million of their own people. And the intelligence services are sticking with him now because he's a former KGB guy. But that's falling apart as well. So, Durbin, listen, if Putin, Trump, and Netanyahu's dynamic in the world, if all three are off the stage, I think you see a very different world.
Oh, happier. People work together.
But yeah, like I said, the day Putin goes, the amplification mechanisms that the Russians have used for years to push anti-vax, to push QAnon, to push all kinds of insane, conspiracy shit, and to lift up Trump, and it goes. And when it goes, we're going to see a very different Twitter, very different Facebook environment. And as you know, many of these people that are like, MAGA Mommy 1966 is actually a Russian dude in an office in St. Petersburg smoking bad cigarettes. But it's going to be fun and funny. Bibi's electoral chances, and I say this as somebody who worked against Bibi in 2021. We tried to beat Bibi back then with a guy who was more center-right. Didn't work at the time. We didn't make it. But Bibi's electoral chances right now are very frail. Not great. So Candace Owens and her approach to Russia, look, this is very much like the pattern we've seen repeat in Russia over the decades. When the communists took over in the 1920s, American journalists would go over there and say, the workers' paradise. And in the 1950s, after World War II, the workers' paradise. They're so smart. They're so this, they're so that. And in the 1960s, young hippies were like, I'm going to Patrice Lumumba University in Moscow to learn about socialism. It's always been bullshit. And this is just the latest iteration of it. So you see Candace and Tucker and the Tate brothers and all these other idiots going over there and praising them and saying, Moscow's so clean. It's all a lie. And they've been subsidized and paid for by Russia. I mean, look, people like Benny Johnson and Tim Pool and Lauren Southern, these people were literally paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a month by Russia for propaganda. So, of course, when you get invited over there to all expense paid trip, oh, yes, Russia is beautiful. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
You done with your lessons in Soviet history?
No, I'm just like, the issue, though, is unfortunately,
damage is done.
The damage is done, but we also need someone running that country, because from the science side, a vast amount of helium is there. Their helium plant was going to be coming online, but that was right before the war started with Ukraine. So after that plant got damaged. Now they're refineries.
Yep.
And unfortunately, the world needs that liquid helium. And
a lot of what Renee's
and
organization does is it depends on
what we all do.
Yeah.
The birthday balloons you get.
Computer chip fabs.
All the quantum computing need that cold.
Yep.
And we're going to have a problem. And we just need a partner there that we can work with.
Look, and here's the part about Russia that is always regrettable. I love Russia and I love Russians. I hate Russia's government and I hate Putin, but with the fire of a billion suns.
Mm-hmm.
It is a country that you can't help but love, like the overhang of their history on them and how it shaped their character. Which, you know, the Russia is a tragedy wrapped up in misery, but it's gorgeous and the people are lovely. The criminals are hilarious. The vor. But my favorite meme of the last couple of days was from the head of the Ukrainian SBU, which is their CIA. He said, "But enough about your horrific past. Let me tell you about your horrific future." Oh my God.
Anyway.
Yeah, Van, it really is. I mean, reading Russian lit is a heavy lift, but my God, it's a bit depressing. Yes, no question.
It is. Let's
speaking of depressing.
Let's talk about church and state. Let's talk about Texas. I don't know if anybody was watching that where Texas passed a law now that they're going to be teaching the Bible in classrooms now, in biblical stories. I don't know which biblical stories, because I'm going to tell you, some of those are, I don't know, for children's consumption. But I don't know how long this will last. I'm sure that there's already court cases that were filed minutes after that verdict came down that they're going to, for First Amendment. I'm sure they're not teaching any other.
I didn't see it back there. I knew. It was out of my.
He went for a Diet Coke and I already brought one out. Anyway.
Now I've got two. Ha!
He needs not 2 Diet Cokes, double fisted. Anyway, but it's not going to last. No. I'm sure they're not teaching the Quran next to.
No, I can guarantee you that.
The Bible. And I'm wondering also which Bible they're teaching.
You know,
which version? It's just a thought.
It ain't the King James.
It's not the King James.
I was in this PBS show earlier. Was last year? Into last year. Yeah, into last year. Called Bridging the Divide.
Emmy nominated.
Yeah, baby. Mm-hmm. And
Steph Rule was his.
It was a role-playing game, and Steph Rule and I were a married couple in that, which, you know, lucky everybody. But yeah, and the big fight we had, and they had these guys from Leonard Leo world, essentially, and they were shocked that when he came out, it basically said, "Oh, they never forbid it." I'm like, except for where the parts of the Constitution where they explicitly forbid it. And by the way, if you'd like to go back and refer to the discussions about it in the Federalist Papers, and if you'd like to go back and refer to the discussions about it during the ratification debates, which details, but I am that guy. So, you know, they were surprised that I came out with a battle axe in that fight, but here we are.
But and the letter that I was telling you about this morning, where they're trying to remove all the barriers of separation of church and state, which and I know there's places where it crosses. There's on our money, it says, "In God we trust."
Sure.
And I know
added in 1958.
I know that people are going to bring that stuff up. Well, it's already in there. It's on our money, blah, 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 all this stuff. But the path we're heading down is not good.
No,
And the Supreme Court, in case y'all haven't figured it out yet, are not going to save us.
no.
They don't care anymore about
Excellent point, Nuclear Magenta.
anything.
Well, and look, I mean,
I don't.
Here's the thing. When I was a Republican, the big thing was to say that you were a constitutionalist, that you were a strict constitutionalist, that you believed what was spoken and said by the founders in the Constitution, and yes, in the founding documents, the philosophical debates around it. And all of those things have now been abandoned. Now it's like, I'm for whatever Trump says to do. I'm for whatever, whatever, Pastor Bob tells me. That's not how this is supposed to work.
It's not.
And I made a point yesterday or a couple of days ago to a guy who's pretty evangelical that I know and pretty religious. And he was like, I'm conflicted about this. I'm like, okay, so
I'm not.
He said, but the majority of people in Florida, they're Christians. And I'm like, okay, so the majority of people in Dearborn, Michigan, are Muslim. Should public schools in Dearborn, Michigan, since the majority of people there are Muslim, be required to teach the Quran? Oh, no, that's totally different.
Is it though?
And that's and look, that's the origin story of America, is the flight from religious persecution, fundamentally informed their desire not to have a state religion.
And that's it.
Yeah, they're all literalists when it comes to scripture. Like, I'm like, okay, do you actually believe Leviticus book 25? Is that are you going to actually beat your wife to death if she mixes the wrong kinds of grains in the kitchen? Oh, okay.
I mean, you mix in your fabrics. I am right now. I could be stoned to death. Here we are.
I am not. I am mixing my fabrics also. I am not. I'm
wearing a polyester and a cotton.
I'm wearing a linen and some sort of technical fabric, as they say, which means
polyester. Mixed too. So,
sorry.
This church and state nonsense. And I will plug somebody right now. I plugged her this morning. I will say this. I saw the comment in here that says, I will never forgive Christians. Hold up. There is a difference between, I feel like, our faith-based community
and activist evangelicals or Christian nationalists.
Mm-hmm. There's a big difference.
So
I'm not lumping anybody in any pots like that. I don't think it's fair. But I will tell you, if you want to really, truly know the backstory of Christian nationalism and what she went through.
How do you get your white shirt so white?
What?
How do I get my white shirt so white?
I'm talking.
Someone was asking.
It's always all about you, isn't it?
No, baby, it's all about you.
It's posted in my threads. Look at Monty Mater, because that woman right there. And I had the fortunate blessing to meet her at the Substack party and have a long conversation with her.
Well, we were locked in.
We were locked in, but she was fabulous. And we also met up at the MS Now party and continued the discussion. But she is phenomenal. She grew up in she
sort of escaped from that business.
She escaped from a Christian nationalist upbringing. She can recite the Bible. She's got every version of the Bible. She can tell you how the Bible changed throughout history. She is a wealth of knowledge and just smart as a whip and wonderful. But if you're looking for somebody to follow who can break things down in a phenomenal way, she's also a speaker. She does conferences and stuff like that about escaping Christian nationalism and that movement. Mm-hmm. Her name is Monte, Monte
Matter,
and it's Mader.
Please rethread someone else.
I will rethread it. But she's phenomenal and she's great. And she also breaks down other people's videos about how they're wrong. They're just everything they've said and how they're wrong. It's amazing. But this is my ring. I don't know. It's kind of weird to see. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I get you. This is why I don't wear it around the house much. But anyway, but yeah, I'm glad you guys are all following her. She's amazing. She just moved into her first house. She lives in Nashville. I'm not outing her. She does say that. And yeah, she is beautiful and amazing, and she does amazing stuff. So definitely check her out.
Right.
But let's talk about the BBC lawsuit.
Okay.
Let's go into happier things. And yes, my shirt is pink. It is a very pale pink from J. Crew Factory. It's one of the only stores we have here to shop in Tallahassee.
I don't even know what the shirt is.
It is. Oh, it's a fairy shirt.
Fairy shirt. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice shirt. She's a redhead. I love her.
Mine's white because I take it to the laundry.
You haven't worn this before, though.
Yes, I have.
Not many times.
Not too often.
The weave is.
I
really
rarely
nice.
wear a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah, he doesn't. He wears a black short sleeve polos or t-shirts, but most.
I have more black polo shirts. When I tell you, you've never known anyone who owns more black polo shirts than me. By any stretch of the imagination.
20 or 25 hanging in this closet. Yeah. It's very funny. But anyway, let's talk about BBC. BBC, my people.
I'll get to Mike Johnson in a
We're going to get there.
So look, as a person who was lawfared by Mike Flynn in a long-running defamation suit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Our central counterpunch to them was, okay, then we're going to want all your emails and all your phone calls and all your meetings and all your diaries and everything you've ever said to anybody, anywhere, at all related to the things that you claim we defamed you on. I called him a Putin employee, and I said that and I retweeted someone who called him QAnon. We had
there's two things on.
And what Flynn didn't understand is that people inside the intelligence community would give me access to non-classified materials at scale. We had 1,800 pages of discovery before we got to discovery, before we beat him. Okay. Yep. And so.
And our lawyer was better.
Our lawyer was so much better. The child soldiers they sent against us were not successful.
They were like out of some fly-by-night like trade,
but some like Christian nationalist law school.
It's bad.
But what the BBC is doing is that times 1,000.
Yep.
They are one of many Wilson laws is that no Trump defamation suit ever proceeds to discovery. And look, Trump threatened to sue me for defamation last year. What happened? We literally wrote an email, or we literally wrote a letter back, made it public, and told them to go fuck yourself. Mm-hmm. With those words, go fuck yourself. Discovery is the secret sauce here that they cannot abide. And so the BBC has asked for all of Trump's emails, all of Trump's phone logs, a list of communications of any kind with this enormous list of people that were in the whole Stop the Steal bullshit. Roger Stone, Steve Bannon, all the kooks and nutcases, Cleta Mitchell, all these wackadoodles, right? And that's the strategy you have to take with Trump. You can't ever say, oh, well, maybe they'll just go. No, you have to hit them in the fucking face over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. So that was... yes, MTG once did indicate that. Chris, it wasn't Bob Jones, but it was something like that. It was something like the Liberty School of Law and Dairy Sciences or something. It was some like completely, whatever. But the BBC doing that, it's really important because it's also a way, the other parts of their discovery were all documents that you, the White House, or your attorneys ever turned over to the House committee, the Senate committee, or to Jack Smith. In a weird way, we get to reopen all of that litigation again and all that investigation again.
It's great. And they're giving other groups, whoever he chooses to sue next, they're giving them a great roadmap, honestly, to do everything.
Listen, American religious nationalism being imported to Europe, it's a thing. It's a thing. And the fastest growing religion in the world is Pentecostalism, which is a niche of Christianity that has somehow really spread quickly. And that is happening.
I didn't know that. Pentecostals, really?
Yeah. And so it's really changed a lot. I don't know the backstory about Don McGahn on that particular thing, but I'll look into that. Oh, and Katie Fang this week has fucking crushed it.
Oh yeah, she's on our list.
Oh, she's on our list. She sure is.
Katie Fang's always on our list.
We love Katie Fang.
Katie Fang is amazing. Shout out to strong women who are smart and amazing. I'm just so happy because I'm gonna tell you what, I wouldn't go up against her.
Oh, hell to the no.
I love her. She's very sweet. She's so nice, but damn, she's an attorney.
Let me tell you, Eileen Cannon. Eileen Cannon, her uppance is coming.
I can't wait. I
am so excited to see her disbarred and removed from the bench.
I'm ready because next week should be an interesting week because the 2nd is coming and that was the deadline.
That is correct.
Katie's file.
That is correct. And the court has, as of right now, ordered the unredacted release. And the fact that Todd Blanche has been running the largest criminal conspiracy in this government's history, and it makes Watergate look like horseshit, is going to be, I think, one of the most consequential things that happens in the next year in terms of how the criminal exposure of the people around Trump,
God, all of it too,
and around Bondi, and around Patel, and around Bongo Bingo.
Yep.
And it is going to be a savage beatdown.
And I'm ready. I'm ready for all the beatdowns. I'm ready. I need to buy stock in Orville Redenbacher.
Right.
I'm ready for popcorn, and I'm just ready for it all to burn down. Cleta Mitchell.
I've known Cleta for many years. She was a Oklahoma legislator when she was a young woman.
She was? I didn't know that.
Yeah. And became an election lawyer. She was the election lawyer on a bunch of projects I was on over the years. And including one of the truly most insane fucking things that happened right before I left the Republican Party with this group called True the Vote. They hired us to do PR for them. They're like, we have all these files, this evidence of voter fraud. We're like, oh, okay, well, give it to us and we'll do PR for it. Humana. What? The fucking thing turned out that they had a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet with one page, and had Hispanic percentage in every state in one column. And it said estimated voter fraud. It's horseshit. We quit. We left. But the funniest part of that is the guy who believes he can teleport to Waffle House, who just got fired from DHS, was one of the 2 people that ran True the Vote.
God, I want to teleport to Waffle House.
I love to teleport to Waffle House, but we could just drive to Waffle House. It's about 5 minutes away. Man, I love Waffle House.
I love Waffle House.
If you don't love Waffle House, you're just wrong in the head.
Okay.
Yes, Chris, they were involved in Dinesh D'Souza's 2,000 Mules.
Oh, that garbage.
Yeah, everybody wants to teleport.
I want to teleport. I work in science. We can levitate, but we can't teleport.
You can levitate, but you can't teleport.
We can levitate, but we cannot teleport. We have levitation. I can just tell you. There's magnets, there's cryogens, but we can do it. Okay.
What else?
I want to say one thing really quick about clearing space mentally.
Oh, okay.
So a quote popped up today, and I was like, you know what? That's the smartest thing that somebody has said lately. And all I can say is there's so much nonsense going on right now. And I think about it all the time that sometimes it's really hard to stop and not to get angry. Not to get really angry, really depressed, really emotional all the time, because a lot of this stuff is just way too close to home. We'll just say that. And I have to remind myself, as well as my lovely husband here, that, as we say, when the poison is served up,
don't drink it.
Don't drink it. If somebody is saying stuff to like pick at you, if people are trying to just punch your buttons and all of those things, just don't.
Yeah.
You know, you can always use the phrase, there we are then, which is
what my grandmother would say, that woman is a TWA, you know what.
Mm-hmm. There we go then. There we are then. Don't drink the poison, y'all. Oh God, don't even. Nuclear magenta. Let's
be best.
We're not being best.
I am not best.
I am not best. But seriously, we get so frazzled. Chatter, stop, turn it off. Anyway,
I would use something.
Just be very conscious that you're not letting people push your buttons because they know that you have a big red button on you. They know it's there, and they're going to do things just to do it. And we're all in a workplace that there's crazy people that we work with. And most of the time when they're crazy, it's because they have a sad home life.
There is that.
Let's just say it. The men that are mean in the workplace, a lot of them have bad home lives.
And erectile dysfunction.
Stop it. We're not talking about that. But just you don't have to drink the poison. If somebody is calling you nasty names, whether it's a friend, a parent, oh, I've had it. And you just don't have to drink the poison. It's like, sure, go ahead, whatever, moving on.
You do you, boo.
You do you. If that's what's making your life and your world turn by being nasty to other people, you do you. But I don't have to do that, because honestly, when we're focused on this nastiness that's around us and eating at us like this all the time, it doesn't make space for the things that we care about, that we need to be focused on. Whether it's our health, whether it's the plans that we need to do, whether it's activities we want to do, whether it's whatever we should be thinking about, our friends, family, calling somebody, texting someone. Yes, Ryan Houghton, 4632. So just remember, clear the nonsense, clear the noise. Just don't clear the noise, let it go. Let it, as the one lady, I know a lot of people don't like her, but yes, they say let them. Just focus on what is important and focus on the stuff that you can have a meaningful impact. And I'm not saying don't do the advocacy work and all of that stuff. I'm talking about the stuff that's coming at you personally. Take a moment.
Yeah.
Have a moment. let those people do whatever they're going to do because they're going to do it anyway. They're going to be crazy. They're going to say all the crazy stuff. Just let them go. Just don't drink the poison, y'all. Just don't do it. Because you're not getting anything out of it. It's making you. What can we do to help the Lincoln Project?
Number one thing you can do is share the content.
Share the content.
Share the ads. Share the content. Share the pods. We started a podcast because our research showed us that 62% of likely voters made political decisions on who to vote for and how to vote by listening to podcasts. The world has changed. It used to be, I used to win elections all the time by dumping $1 million worth of broadcast television ads in the last 3 weeks.
Nobody.
Cloud of dust.
Nobody.
And now, if you do that, you're a fucking idiot. So now it is social media, podcast, viral media, digitally delivered ads. But by sharing this stuff, it really helps more than almost anything else.
Yep. Spread the word. I was wearing my LP gear too. I have an LP shirt.
You're running for West Virginia House of Delegates. Hold on. Let me scroll back. Hold on.
What? Hang on. So go.
You hear? Kit Ford. I guarantee you probably hear a metric ton of bullshit from people as a Democrat running in West Virginia.
No.
You are doing the Lord's work. Okay.
Yes.
And I'll tell you something. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You're in a state where it's really hard, where there's brutal gerrymander across the House and Senate races, or state House, state Senate races. And God bless you. You are working in you are working in the hardest of hard. You're like in the North Korea of politics, and I really admire that.
And the worst part about it is, it shouldn't be that hard when their elected representatives have done nothing for those people.
Thank you, Durbin.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, Kit, listen. I want to give you a piece of hope.
Yeah.
One-party systems are inherently fragile. And they look like they are impervious until they completely collapse. We were talking about Russia earlier. Mm-hmm. Russia was the hardest target back in the day. How can we ever make Russia collapse? How can we ever beat Russia? They're so coherent. They're so disciplined. They have so much fear of the intelligence services of the state. One-party systems are corrupt, inevitably, and by the way, one-party systems in blue states can be incredibly fucking corrupt too. New Jersey and New York spring to mind. But West Virginia is one of those states where the culture war has worked for a long time, and it's kept working families and working people from saying, "Hey, wait, I'm being fucked by these coal dudes."
Yep.
Wait, I better worry about the one trans athlete in the entire state while they take away my dad's black lung healthcare coverage.
And there's no work for me. There's no work for my wife. There's no education for my children. Nope. We're living off of these places with their water isn't even drinkable.
Right.
And their towns are collapsing because they're closing the coal mines and there's nowhere else to work. And they don't have any money to move.
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl. But I don't.
That's the way, Kit. Go back to real problems.
Real problems.
My structure that I give candidates this year, and anybody can feel free to use this in your life as well. When they bring up, what about the trans athletes going in the girls' bathroom? Especially if it's a guy, and it's always a guy. Just look at him and go, Can you tell me like how many times a day you think about other men's penises?
Yeah.
How many times a day? Would you say it's less than 10 or more than 10? Because you are obsessed with other men's penises, and I don't understand why. There is a gigantic bundle of fucking sexual weirdness inside the down low Republican Party that is triggered by the combination that the number one state to search for trans porn in the country is Alabama.
Really?
Yes, true story.
I don't know.
Alabama. Pornhub releases their stats every year, and Andrew went through them one time.
I'm here for that.
So, look, none of this culture war shit lasts if you offer them an alternative. If you say to them, you know what, last time I checked, you didn't get fired from your job because of a trans kid. You got fired from your job because a private equity firm bought your company and screwed you over. You got fired. Everything. You got fired because the billionaire that owns your company wanted to make $400 million this year in salary instead of just $200 million. And all of that. I love me some Jennifer Welsh. She is a fireball podcaster. Love her.
It is all projection. It's true. It's all projection.
Incel fake alpha males are absolutely I find them truly hilarious because I was like, you're a low T cook. These motherfuckers have never used a piece of heavy equipment in their life.
Nope.
They would not know how to cut a tree down.
Nope.
They would not know how to dress a deer. They would not know how to do anything with power tools or much less discover the mysteries of the female orgasm. They are truly hilarious to me because their only performative maledom is on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, here. Can you hear?
They're out there talking.
The gators are out there, and it's like a.
They're singing.
It's like a. They're talking a lot.
They're talking. We're going to try to shine them tonight.
Okay. What else?
What else you got there, baby?
July 4th.
We're our
side. What's everybody doing for the 4th? Are y'all doing anything?
Put Elton on camera. I'll be right back.
I thankfully, the DeSantis decided to do something nice for state employees only because he didn't give anybody a raise this year. They zeroed out the raises for state employees. So he gave us, we have Friday off. And so he gave us Thursday and Monday. So we have a 5-day weekend. And somehow FSU followed. So I also have a 5-day weekend. Where's the baby?
Elton.
The fierce hunter.
The fierce
let me hold him. So we're not doing anything special. Like, I'm gonna do some house projects. There's a lot I really want to do around the house. There's some planting I want to it's all the miscellaneous house projects you need to catch up on.
You got to get that cat on camera. He's
okay.
He's ready for his close up.
Hey, you know how he is. He doesn't like to be held. He thinks wait, hang on. Okay.
So he has two modes. Don't touch me, or please get on the couch in a certain position so that I can crawl between your knees. He likes to get underneath Renee's knees on the couch. Well, he looks angry. He's
tired. Did you wake him up? Did you get him out of his chair?
Yes.
That's why. He's sleepy. Are we doing a live on the 4th?
We might do a live and have celebratory gunfire and sound like a Baghdad wedding.
We're just not going to have fireworks again. So I'm getting skunk on because Mr. Wilson let off some fireworks, and Mr. Wilson
dropped a mortar into the tube backward.
And so let's say part of our deck
might have caught on fire.
Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do fireworks if you're going to do them in the dark, where you're not paying attention to exactly what you're doing. But I'm just saying. So,
we might do a live.
Bird.
We today did not have time to work out the idea of being able to do a live in the pool
We're
by
gonna do one in the
by
pool.
mounting the camera on a. Anyway, we'll get there.
We were gonna float in the pool and do a live. We may do that. And we're working out the details, but I think we may do that. We've got a couple of days and there's some things, but we're going to plan on like some relaxation. And
we did not find her a guy.
No.
Oh,
hang on. So I told her, because she was down in Miami, and I said, girl, you got to go out. The Tartan Army is out and about. And she did. She did party with the Tartan Army down in Miami. She did do the Marlins game with the Tartan Army, which will be amazing. Which was amazing. If you haven't seen, I posted a ton of videos on my threads about the Tartan Army down in Miami. It was great. They love croquetas. And they learned about cafecito, which is amazing, Cuban coffee. And she did party with the Tartan Army. So I don't know. She hadn't told me anything yet, but she's up here now. So we've got to touch base. But what else? I've still got to find her someone. I'm trying to talk her into going to London.
For that option.
Yes. So I may. I invited her to go to London with us too.
We're gonna have a posse.
We're gonna have a posse in London. And so I hope you guys come out. Brazil, I know. So okay, real quick, are you guys watching World Cup? Like, I know I'm talking about it.
She is the sport ball person in the family.
I am getting into World Cup. I am here for it. I watched part of the Mexico game. It was too late. I can't watch these like late games because I had to work. But I did watch the Brazil, of course, game against Scotland. Amazing game. Portugal plays tonight, 7:15, 7:30, something like that. So I'll be watching that. Team USA. I don't know who we're pulling for yet. I know Cape Verde is like.
How is it that the Cape Verde Islands is mounting this?
I'm telling you, people are really. I know Cape Verde. So we're pulling. I'm cheering. I'm always an underdog. Like, I love an underdog, and I will always cheer. I know going against Argentina. I know I'm cheering for Brazil. Of course, I'm cheering for Spain. Spain won. Viva España. I'm cheering for Spain also.
Yeah, Congo.
We are. I know. Okay, let's talk about the DR. Showed up. They showed up and showed out. Did you see those gentlemen getting off the plane? Those bags and those outfits, chef's kiss with the leopard. Anyway, but so you guys watch.
I wear a lot of leopard print.
I freaked out about DR Congo too. All of us. So let's all pull, and I am just happy to see everybody enjoying. Somebody posted the quote and I reposted it. It's sort of true. Like, if you want to hate,
I want to talk about that.
We are going to talk about that in a minute. If you want to hate America, watch the news. If you want to love America, drive through it. I thought that was such a great quote. People drove through this country, had figured out like what hospitality is. And a lot of the comments were, we know you're not them, meaning the administration, the federal government. We know you all are good, hardworking people, like to party, have a good time. You're not crazy like those people and judgmental and all the things. But I'm just happy my Scott, like, those are my people. That's my heritage on my mom's side. I'm a quarter Scot. And I'm proud of the Tartan Army. I'm proud of like just everybody that opened up their hearts over here, partied with them, learned something new, showed them a little bit about our culture, what makes this country great. And it gives me hope every time I see a new video.
Darby, I deeply love Scotland, like in ways I can hardly express to you. And I'm going to drag her there. It won't be this year, but next.
Yeah, it'll be next year.
It'll be next year.
We'll go. Okay. We need to change the
somebody
topic.
just mentioned Hugh Hewitt and religious freedom. Hugh is a guy that I once considered a friend.
Yeah.
He is not stupid, but man, he has decided he's going to drink all the Kool-Aid and chase the audience of MAGA. And it's just never his obeisance to them never fails.
Okay, one more thought real quick.
Commando I'm commando now.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. And if y'all have never seen a Utilikilt, they're amazing. Okay.
Tactikilt.
It's a Utilikilt.
Yeah, it's Tactikilt also. There's a Tactikilt that uses a normal. There's the small side plates that go on your.
Yeah, it goes right over.
But you can put a small side plate, level 4 plate in front of the unit.
I will tell you this: there was a guy,
an armed explorer,
planned on wearing his kilt the entire time, and then he got to Miami and realized it was about 1 billion degrees, and it really wasn't that hot. It was only 90 in Miami, which is not that bad. And 100% humidity. And he was like, I won't say all the things he said, but he was like, I had to go put on shorts and underwear because everything was like dripping because of the sweat. And his socks were filled up and it was like gross. And he was like, he was not prepared for the humidity. So it was very funny, but I was dying laughing over that. I will tell you one other thing we talk about Hugh Hewitt. We talk about all these people. There's going to come a point when people say, I've seen the light, I don't believe it anymore, blah, 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 all that other stuff. Or they decide to finally turn to like, I don't know.
Hey, Rick Wilson had a point.
Rick Wilson was right. These people are crazy. When we get to this point with those fools, all of them.
Y'all don't get to, they don't get to come back and sit at the
Nobody gets a pass.
Nobody
gets a pass.
You know, the guy
gets a pass. Do not let them off the hook.
No.
I want them all.
They have to own it.
They have to own it. They have to account for their sins. I'm sorry.
Well, someone just mentioned Scott Jennings. Scott Jennings will go in the green room and say, Trump's a fucking idiot. He's a moron. Trump sucks ass. And walk out there and go, Donald Trump is the greatest president of all time. He's the worst of the worst of the worst. And the fucking producers at CNN, where I am banned, know it. I want to talk about the Pete Buttigieg thing because...
Yes, we need to talk about Mayor Pete.
They were swatted, if you guys haven't heard, they were swatted with a false call to Child Protective Services saying, oh, they're molesting their adopted children. And CPS and the police showed up.
They have to.
They have to do it by law.
By law.
They took the kids, physically separated them.
They have to.
These are young kids, to interrogate them. It took several hours in which everybody in that family was incredibly traumatized by it.
Incredibly.
And I will tell you something.
Will you separate young kids from their parents like that?
I hope to God they're able to track down the person that swatted them.
I swear
and
to
reported
God.
this in, because I personally volunteer as tribute to break their fucking knees.
I will do it too, as a mother and a human being.
It is.
It's unconscionable.
The idea that it is inside the bounds to try to destroy a family with young kids who are they've adopted young children.
They've opened their hearts
to young kids.
To young kids without a family.
And look, swatting takes many forms. The form it's taken with us, sadly, a number of times, is violence, where they call 911 and say, oh, my name is Rick Wilson. My address is this, and I've killed my family, and I want to kill cops when they get here. And so the cops roll out, the SWAT team comes to your porch. And as Renee learned in her initiation to swatting, good to be wearing pajamas that night.
Highly recommend.
Recommend.
There's video.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of video. But in many ways, what they did to the Buttigieg family is more despicable. Because you know what? I'm a big boy. I know how to handle myself. I know how to deal with the police. I know how to deal with people.
Unfortunately,
no parent wants to have to say, well, I know you're 6 or 4 or 10, but there's people who hate you, people who hate us so much because we don't love like they do.
Our family doesn't look like their family. That's the point.
But I hope to God somebody runs these motherfuckers to ground, because it's going to be some guy. It's going to be some young MAGA guy who trolled and who bragged about it somewhere.
Yeah.
He bragged about it on Kiwi Farms or 8chan or Discord or some Telegram channel. So they got him. I want them found.
Mm-hmm.
I want them found.
I do too.
Listen, the reason they do this, the violence-based swatting, is so that somebody like me will react the wrong way. Now, look, we've had people on our property before come here to threaten to kill me. Okay, now we have a lot of fences, we have a lot of cameras, we have a lot of systems now. So that doesn't happen like it used to. But what they're relying on is that I'll hear banging on my door in the middle of the night and show up with a gun, and the police will shoot me. That's what they hope for. That's what they want. They were hoping that the Buttigieg family would be so traumatized that these kids will be taken from them. This is monstrous in a way that I cannot fucking tell you. And I don't know Pete personally, but he is an incredibly smart guy. He has a great future ahead of him. He clearly loves his husband. And the threat...
And he served his country too.
He served his country. And the threat to their family, is so repugnant. I'm more mad for them than I'm mad at the idiots who tried to get us killed. I mean, honestly.
I am too, because I'm mad that they yanked those children, and I'm sure it was probably out of bed. And for those kids to go through something like that, it's such a young age.
Yeah.
And they're children of color. So this does not help with that situation either.
Nope.
4-year-olds. And they're young.
Fucking 4-year-olds.
They're children. They're babies. My 4-year-old would have been screaming. He would have had nightmares. He would have, just the thought of all of it, whatever it does to those children, because there can be a lot. They could start wetting the bed. They could have nightmares, like all the things. You can't explain to a 4-year-old what the hell's going on.
Why there are people. No, they did report it to CPS, but law enforcement was with CPS when they came, because that was the nature of the report.
And so those poor little kids and the police, now they are going to fear police. That's what's going to happen. They're going to never trust strangers again. You get scared when there are knocks on the door. We all get scared when there are knocks on the door anymore.
But I also want to say, this is part of a broader part of the Christian nationalist movement that wants to undo gay marriage, and they're racing to get that to the Supreme Court before the end of Trump.
Yeah,
they want to undo gay adoption.
Yeah,
a couple years ago, somebody leaked to me a roadmap here in Florida the legislature was going to pursue on all the cultural conservative stuff they wanted to do, and it was banning birth control. Not just morning after. It was banning all birth control. It was end of gay marriage, end of gay adoption, mandatory background checks every 90 days for gay teachers. It was just a lunatic. It was so crazy, even DeSantis wouldn't do it. But there were about 60 members of the House Republican caucus who had signed on to this goddamn thing.
Yep.
And it didn't happen this time, but they are trying this. They're looking for ways to make this happen. And it is a singularly disgusting set of behaviors.
I guess I don't even know.
Well, look, we have chances to change a lot of this.
We have changes. We have chances.
Yep.
And everybody's got to do their part.
And look, I'm going to start reporting Christian nationalists to CPS if this fucking shit keeps up. If they want to play this game, we will escalate it. And you know what? Every time I see a headline of X or Y arrested for child pornography or for raping a child, it seems to be always a fucking MAGA elected official or a MAGA youth pastor. Fucking people.
Every one of them. So, Florida voting.
Listen, Trump is now 10 points underwater in Florida. Florida has always been a rock solid state for him since 2016. He's never been underwater in Florida since 2015. 11 years he's been a net positive. He's now 10 points under in Florida. It will not improve. Two things are happening in Florida that in the last 10 years under Trump. A wave of super conservative early baby boomers, the earliest boundary baby boomers, and all the silent generation voted for Trump. They're dead. The earliest wave of baby boomers are now dead or in their mid to late 80s.
Yep.
That cohort in Florida is falling apart. They've also decided that they're going to piss off every Cuban, Venezuelan, and Haitian voter in the state of Florida because they're deporting all their family members.
All the TPS stuff.
All the TPS stuff is killing them. There is a world in Florida that we have a very surprising year. David Jolly has been up in a number of polls against Byron DeGenerate.
Mm-hmm.
Vindman has been up or tied or slightly behind.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley Moody. Ashley Moody should be, I kid you not, on paper, 25 to 30 points ahead of Vindman. Byron Donalds, who is beloved by Trump, who is beloved by MAGA, should be 40 to 50 points up on David Jolly. He is behind David Jolly as of today. Not by much, but Donalds is a degenerate. He's a creep. He's a crook. He's involved in a deeply corrupt charter school scam that has screwed over kids. He is psychotic, has an anger management problem. He screams at people in public, and there are videos. You will see more and more of those coming out.
Woo.
He is Corey Mills. If you don't know who Corey is, look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Corey Mills. He and Byron were involved in an affair with the same woman. They're a little DC Republican throuple, from what I'm told. And how do I phrase this? Byron's past,
checkered,
as a drug dealer selling drugs to children,
yes,
not great. Byron's past when he moved to Florida from Brooklyn, for several years apparently, he spoke with an exaggerated fake Jamaican accent and claimed to be a Jamaican gangster.
Yeah. So
that's fucking nuts.
And I will tell you this because some of my friends are posting and commenting on the bit of PR that Byron Donalds put out about him coming to the Lord in a Cracker Barrel parking lot, and everybody was like, "Oh, praise Jesus" and all that. I'm not saying he did or didn't. That's a personal decision between him and the Lord Jesus Christ. But all I'm saying is, like, that is not the only reason why you vote for someone.
No. And look,
he's not a good person.
No.
Like, he can say all of that other stuff to those groups, and if they believe it, yeah, he was working at a Cracker Barrel, and that's what happened.
Our Cracker Barrel nearby.
So all I can say is his recent events and recent events. This is not stuff that happened. Like, he got a checker pass, a long history.
And guys, when they call him in Tallahassee Byron Degenerate, more is coming. I hope you're watching, Byron. I hope you're watching.
Anyway. So, once again, make sure y'all vote.
Here's the thing. Florida.
Check your registration.
Florida is racist.
It is.
And I'll tell you something, north of I-4.
Yeah,
it's Alabama. We live, if you turn left at the end of our street, in about 5 minutes, you're in Georgia.
Yeah.
And you drive to the west about 20 minutes, you're in Alabama. There are going to be people up here who look at Byron Donalds and say, well, I'm a Republican, but.
No.
And they will say this word, I'm not voting for that boy, is what they'll say. And that is the code word. I think you all know what I'm talking about. They will say that. And it's not going to be all Republicans who say that. But the pound for pound, there's more Klan in this part of the state than anywhere else in the country.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
By the way, there was a guy from the League of the South, or one of these weirdo white supremacist groups, who sent me a lot of death threats at one point. We finally dug up who the guy was. And I found out he weighed 450 pounds and used a rascal scooter to get around. And I never stopped fucking mocking him after that. I was like, what are you going to do? Roll over me? Ocala is bad. Ocala is bad.
Let's talk about.
We got to wrap up soon. We're an hour and a half.
We're an hour and a half. That's okay. We got more things to talk about. So let's talk about. I know.
Yeah.
Talk about a couple other little things that I want to talk about. So this week I want to highlight the fact that they passed.
Another hour.
Hang on, we'll get there. Anyway, so I want to talk about Congress passing the housing bill.
Oh yeah, well,
we need to talk about that real quick. And
nitrous on the scooter.
Y'all bad. Had rims too. Anyway, so I want to talk about that real quick, because rarely does anything get bipartisan support anymore. And it was like, I don't know, 300 to 20 or something on that piece of legislation. It passed overwhelmingly in the House, overwhelmingly in the Senate. I think 8 people voted against it or something. It was some small, tiny numbers. They had the room set up.
The Republicans desperately needed an affordability hook.
They needed something. They needed something for the polls. They needed at least one thing that they can go back to.
Say you needed a wafer.
Wafer
policy mix.
A smidge of something good. But no, they needed something. They had the signing ceremony set up. They had the room ready. People were in there ready. They had the desk ready. They had the pens, the 7,000 pens he uses. And they're getting bigger and bigger. I don't know if y'all saw that. The pens are getting fatter and fatter. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He can't grip a small pen anymore, I guess. But here's the thing.
Weird. Gripping something small his whole life.
I don't. Anyway, so I would say this: about 90 minutes before the signing ceremony was supposed to happen, he canceled it. And he said, no, I don't care. I don't care about the cost of home ownership. I don't care.
He literally said, nobody gives a fuck about housing.
Nobody gives a fuck about housing. And here's the thing. He said he wouldn't sign it until the SAVE Act passes. And I swear, if people do not take that one aside from the war, aside from all the other nonsensical things, the Arcta fist that he's going to have on it, whatever it's called, if people don't understand, I don't understand. This goes back to the whole West Virginia thing that we were talking about earlier, and Kentucky, Appalachia, the coal people, all of that. If those people still don't understand that he does not give a flying frog about those people, he does not care about you. I don't know why you think he does care about you, but he does not care about you. He does not care about your state. He doesn't care about.
If you're a young voter, he doesn't care if you ever get a home.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care anything about you. He cares about himself. He doesn't even care about his children.
Oh, God, no.
I just sat there and was like, he will not, even had bipartisan support, and he still wouldn't sign it. And I want to lead that into the next topic, because I got a lot of these questions about what happens when the blue wave comes in November. And here's the thing, and I'll say it. I pray that everybody gets out in the vote, and everybody and all these amazing people that are running, because there's a lot of really amazing people that are running.
Okay, I just had a source tell me Mitch may be dead.
I told you.
I'm not sure of this yet, but
so going back to what's going to change in November, I really hope that all these great people get elected. No, he doesn't think he's going to be president anyway.
Who? Rick Scott would love to be president. He never is going to be. He would like to be Senate Majority Leader.
But I will tell you this. The problem with it is this. Do not do that celebrate thing, y'all. Please don't. That's bad juju. Don't get
the bad karma.
Juju yourself. Bad karma. It's not good.
I'm checking.
We're checking things. Anything. But here's the thing. So if the blue wave happens and all these great people get elected, even when they pass great legislation, which they will, they'll pass amazing legislation that's going to be amazing. It's going to be great and life-changing and all the things. Trump still has to sign it into law. And that is where the holdup is. And that's the part that I'm having pause about more than anything, that they're going to get up there and
there's conflicting information. So don't.
We're not going to talk about it.
One says yes, one says no.
Okay. But I am just hoping that people get up there, rattle cages, do the hard work, talk about, I'm just going to say the words, talk about shit that matters. Stop with the nonsensical BS. Stop.
Clean up Congress.
Stop
Congress. The stock trading bullshit.
Stop all of it. Like, they need to do the work.
And if the Democrats are smart, what they're going to do,
they better do the
Sorry. They will hold Trump accountable, but they can walk and chew gum at the same time.
That is not your only mission.
Right.
When you get elected.
It's a big mission.
It's a big ass mission. It needs to get done. Not even saying that.
One of the things they need to do also is, thank you, Barbie. One of the things they need to do also is to clean up how Congress is lobbied.
They do.
And they can set internal rules tomorrow. Because Chuck Schumer's daughter lobbies for Facebook. Why do you think nothing ever happens with fucking Facebook? And the tech industry has shown, and the AI and tech industry have shown, they're all in with Trump. They don't need to meet with their lobbyists anymore. They don't need to listen to their bullshit anymore. They need to lay down new and innovative approaches that keep people in the country from being fucked. That's not long policy documents. That is, no member of your caucus may accept money from Facebook, OpenAI, Twitter, SpaceX, whatever. You got to clean up the money part. Citizens United is not going away. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you it was. It ain't going to go away. Not with this court, not for 50 years until this court is completely washed through. Ossoff is great on the corruption message. He's killing it on the corruption message. I mean, absolutely killing it on that message. So, but yeah, I mean, look, a lot of the things that are going to happen between now and the election, of them trying to cheat, of them trying to play fuck around, of them trying to do all kinds of really terrible, shitty things. The Democrats need to keep their eyes on the prize. Do not sink into the culture war bullshit.
Do not.
Do not get into that fucking ditch.
Don't.
But also, start making a reform agenda now. Start talking about a reform agenda right now.
Yep.
Stock trading, lobbyist money. I think there should be a permanent ban on any member of the House or Senate becoming a lobbyist after they are gone. A permanent ban, or being of counsel to a law firm or a lobbying firm. All of it. Well, Clique Ranch, I appreciate that. They're terrified of me. They will not. They have a lot of not admitted here inside the Democratic Party system. We're happy to help when we can. They don't really want a lot of help. That's just a real honest to God rule. But we'll see.
I want to say one other thing. This week we saw horrific destruction in Venezuela.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that for just a minute. There's a lot of, I'm not sure what's going on with the science behind why it's all happening right now. I haven't seen a lot of really good information yet. But the earthquakes in Venezuela that happened and right outside
Pacific Rim.
The whole Pacific Rim outside of Cuba, that happened a week ago that, knocked out our power here.
Weirdly, there was a freaking earthquake that in Cuba that rattled here in North Florida. We got effects from it.
And it was the Monday 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it knocked out our power. So weird, but I'm sweating and my hair's falling. Sorry, guys. But I want to say.
Me too. I'm sweating and my hair just looks terrible.
I want to say my heart goes out to the people of Venezuela. Part of what happened in Venezuela, unfortunately, it was a holiday. So many people were home.
Yeah.
And that's what caused the unfortunate death count to be just so unbelievably high. I think it's at 1,600 or 1,700 people right now, and I'm sure that will be going up. But there was a holiday, people were at home, they were in the high-rise buildings, and it was unbelievable to watch the videos of people running in the streets. I know the video that's going viral of the elderly couple, the woman was chair-bound and he got up out of the couch to shield her and got over her in her chair to protect her. That video was going viral. But my heart, and I'm not going to say it because I don't like the jokes around it, but my thoughts, my prayers go out to those people living through that. I can't imagine. It looked unbelievable from the small video footage that I saw, but
it is.
It
also comes down to another thing that we don't do anymore. One of the ways that we used to help people when there was an earthquake was USAID would flood the zone. And Elon Musk killed USAID because Elon Musk is a white South African racist shitbird who believes that USAID was part of ending apartheid.
And he came into this country illegal.
Yeah, with diamonds or with emeralds shoved up his ass.
Yep.
Listen, the San Andreas is rumbling too, guys. There was two like a 5.4 in Northern California yesterday or day before. It's all the whole Pacific Rim. World Kitchen is Jose Andres is one of my favorite human beings in the world.
He's amazing.
Well deserving of your support and praise. And
he always has to look up. No, that's the one that passed.
no, that's different.
No, we had this one the other day too. The planes are flying in a different.
No, that's
They're flying over our house more. So I'm not sure if the approach has changed to Tallahassee or not.
It hasn't on the charts, but anyway.
But I just wanted to say I feel for those people. And I haven't seen, I miss, the one thing that I miss is the humanity from the White House.
Yep.
I miss them saying, because we had it under every other president, really, honestly, them pausing and putting out a statement and saying, even they would put like our president calling the president of the other country, saying, what can we do? What can we do? How can we help? We're here for you. We're, brothers and sisters in arms, and we are here for you. What can we do? And I am so sad that there is no ounce, not 1 ounce of humanity in the White House. And it's sickening, because that's what makes this world amazing. We help other people. We do it in our communities. We do it with our neighbors. We do it with our friends. We hug people when they're sad. I got hugs when I went back into work after they found out about Chile. We comfort each other. We ask how we help. And we just let people cry on us if that's what they can do.
And now we
don't say a word. We haven't said a word.
And it's what Tim Snyder calls sadofascism, where they believe that being dicks about suffering of other people in other countries makes them stronger in some fucked up way. It really is a truly disturbing.
It's disturbing, because that's what America was always known for. There was always a picture of the president in the Oval with his phone like this.
Sure.
And there was always a picture that said the president called the president of whatever.
And you know what? And then the president would call the Secretary of Defense and say, get those rescue teams from FEMA. Get those rescue teams from FEMA to Turkey or Venezuela or wherever it was.
Water.
Load up the
medical supplies.
Medical
supplies and water, and fly them out of here. And we would send our reinforcements to those countries to help. And it makes me so mad.
But and now we're in a world where that is considered weakness that must be punished. And one of the greatest things that will go down in history as something good America has done is USAID used to deliver during times of terrible famine in countries all around the world, bags of flour and rice and cooking and things of cooking oil. And on those bags and on those containers, it said, a gift from the people of the United States of America.
Yep.
And now it's like, no, fuck you, you're brown. When George Bush insisted and built a bipartisan coalition to do PEPFAR in Africa, there were people on the Christian right who were like, well, that just encourages those homosexuals to, and his response to them was like, go fuck yourself. We're not going your way. We're going to help these people. Now PEPFAR is ending. We're going to end up reversing We're going to snatch the defeat of HIV from the
Yep.
jaws of victory.
Yep.
These people, the sadism of ending U.S. overseas aid has destroyed our soft power and made us morally despicable in the world. So, yeah, Venezuela is our 51st state. Yeah, Trump did tweet that at one point, but it happens. It happens.
Okay.
Well, folks, it's been 2 hours. We love you guys.
Yeah.
Here, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring up the thing again.
Wait.
Watch this in our clever technology. Here we go. Just a second. One banner. Show the banner. Send us your emails, and we will get your questions, and we will try to answer them. We did most of the stuff on the show today. Well, not most, maybe 50% of it
We did a lot.
was questions people sent in.
Or people DM.
Or DM, yeah.
But we do read all of those.
We do. We read the mail religiously, and we love doing this with you guys. It's really fun.
We love doing this. Any other questions before we turn
Yep.
off?
Let me go back to comments
Go back
here.
to comments and see.
I know it was 2 hours. It's crazy how fast it goes.
It goes so fast though.
You know what we're gonna do? You know what we do after this? We're getting in the pool. Yeah, we're getting in the pool.
The pool is warm,
Oh, the pool's like bath water. Right now.
and this will be the first pooling.
Yeah.
Go back to the camera.
I'm
I don't
gonna.
want to see any of this.
I'm good. Just a second.
When he
Okay.
does all of this and I can't see, I don't know. I can't function this way. Oh no, do not do an update.
I'm not
in the
doing an
middle of
update.
this.
I'm not doing an update.
Stop monkeying.
I can't monkey.
Stop.
I was gonna show people the pool.
No,
I was gonna turn the camera.
we're
in a
not
cool-
gonna.
In
No,
a cool kind of way. Show people the
we're
pool.
not gonna show the people in the pool. We'll
The-
do
the
it next
people-
time.
The
We'll
people
do
wanna-
it this weekend for 4th of July. No green water. It is
We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay.
Oh wait, it's not gonna show it. It's gonna
Oh yeah.
there.
So there's like a little lane in our pool.
It's like a lap lane.
It's like a lap lane. Yeah, we're going in that pool because I'm gonna tell you something. It's nice.
It's nice. So we did not.
I broke it.
Oh, oh man.
That camera is so hot. There's no algae in our pool. No.
No.
I will tell you though, if our pool guy wasn't here,
Oh,
it would turn into it would look like, it would not look American flag blue. Let's just put it that way.
And I will say, okay, one thing about the algae, Altifa,
Algae.
Algifa, whatever people are calling it. Number one, I can't believe they sprayed on a rhino liner, a truck bed liner on the reflecting pool.
And-
Let's start there. Number two, they told him that it was a bad idea and he still did it, which we know that. Number three, come to find out this morning, he's also in the Epstein files,
The pool guy.
the pool guy. So let's talk about that. But the reflecting pool and the fact that you can't go near it and all the
And the fact that they now
garbage.
have those towers that say, do not stop walking. Do not loiter here. Not dystopian at all.
Not creepy at all, and guards walking around because God forbid you touch the pool.
Trend de aqua.
The 350-foot gash is part of the system that actually refills the pool. It's a big channel that goes through the middle. Just talking about that.
Also, Melania's nickname in the 90s.
Not so.
Hey, the Peter Thiel list that was released is not the worst Peter Thiel group.
It's the lower level. It's not the more expensive level.
No, there's a worse group.
But I just have to say that no, there's no algae in our pool.
No, we keep it clean.
We keep it clean, and it takes work. So here's the thing. One last thing about the pool. Even if the hydrogen peroxide that they dumped in there by the jug does clear the bacteria, and it will, because it's hydrogen peroxide
At 12%.
at 12%. It's going to be back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You have to just keep doing it.
Sunlight
That's
breaks the
it.
bonds that put hydrogen peroxide.
I swear to God, it's basic chemistry. Moving on. One last
Okay,
thing.
all right,
One last
all
thing
right.
for my science people, my federal grants people, universal guidance. I want to highlight one other thing. There is all the changes that they attempted to just make, like the 15% cap on overhead and all these other crazy things that they did.
Grant number caps.
The grant stuff. So they're trying now to actually put all of it into law for anybody who deals with federal grants. The changes to the universal guidance is open till July 13th.
For comment.
We do not think that they're going to even do anything with these comments. We understand that, but there's probably at the last workshop that I sat in on this week, they said there was about 37,000 comments. Normally there's a couple hundred. So the changes are broad. The changes are sweeping. If you are affected by federal grants from any department, I'm not talking about just DOE, I'm talking NIH, NSF, all of those things, please take a moment and provide feedback for the universal guidance that is out there. I will tell you one other thing. There are changes that are much more.
It's BK.
Beakalicious, baby kisses. For one other thing, NIH, if you guys do NIH grants, it's much quieter what they're doing. And if they've rolled it out in one agency, typically it'll go to another agency. They are asking for comment that only PIs can do a certain number of grants, like 2 to 4. And once they get that max number, they can't put out any more grants, apply for anything. They can't even apply for a grant in hopes of getting it. So that one is up for comment like through August, like the 1st, I think. And SAMHSA, the other one is SAMHSA, the people who do mental health grants and addiction services and those types of things. Those grants, they're actually putting out a rule right now for comment where they're saying once we get 60 grants in applications that are thorough and complete, we're actually closing the grant window no matter when it is in the grant cycle. So if it's open between, let's say, July 1st and July 30th, and they get 60 grants by July 15th, they're just going to close the window and nobody else can apply. So watch these little things. Thank you for Moonchild 15 for commenting. And I will tell you this, depending on the institution that you work for, public, private, whatever, typically you will be commenting as a private citizen and not as you work for a certain place. So do not use your public email address. You'll be using your private email address and it will be your concerned citizen, so that you don't get in trouble with your boss. So just be careful. They're trying to change a lot of things. They're trying to change all of this right now for the new federal fiscal year that starts October 1st. So be very, very careful about everything they're releasing right now. Get on the email lists, grants.gov and all those things to just watch all the stuff they're trying to just push through. So please be careful. Watch your grants.
And as I say every time we talk about this, this is why China will win, because we're killing science in this country.
And it's science, but it could be a lot of other things too.
Yep.
It's just one of the other things. So just please be safe. We're thinking about you guys. It's sort of a short week for a lot of people.
Enjoy yourselves. Get some family time in.
Yeah.
Because the big push for between now and the end of the year or the election year.
We have a lot to do. A lot of work.
A lot of work. All right, folks, we love you. We appreciate you. Do us a big favor. If you want to ask a question next week, hit that email that's up on the screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. We had a bunch of people on Substack and YouTube.
Yeah.
And
a lot of people.
our little show keeps growing. Love you guys. See you soon.